sound of a lone wolf howling in the distance. Gentle, melancholic music begins in the vast, silver quiet of the night. A lone wolf sat, his gaze fixed on the moon. A profound emptiness echoed in his heart, as vast and cold as the landscape around him. He had always believed that true strength was a solitary path, a journey to be walked alone, far from the entanglements of others. He saw himself as a master of his own destiny, unburdened by the needs or dependencies of a pack. He roamed the wilderness, a silent shadow under the stars, convinced that his independence was his greatest asset. He hunted alone, slept alone, and faced the world with a stoic pride. But solitude, once a source of strength, slowly began to feel like a cage. The world felt muted, the victories hollow, the silence deafening. He mistook isolation for freedom, believing that needing no one was the ultimate form of power. Then came a winter, harsher than any he had ever known. The snow fell in relentless, thick blankets, burying the land and hiding all signs of prey. Days turned into a desperate, gnawing hunger. The cold seeped into his bones, and his proud strength began to fail him. It was in this brutal crucible of survival that a stark realization dawned upon him. No one, not even the strongest wolf, can truly survive alone. The pack was not a weakness, it was life itself. With this newfound understanding burning in his chest, he began a desperate search. He cast aside his solitary pride and followed the faint, almost vanished tracks in the snow. Each paw print was a beacon of hope, a promise of warmth and reunion. His journey was no longer about proving his independence, but about finding his way back home, back to his family. Finally, through the swirling snow, he saw them, the pack. Their shapes were a welcome sight against the white expanse. He approached cautiously, but there was no hostility, only recognition. He was welcomed back, not with judgment, but with the quiet understanding of shared kinship. The emptiness that had haunted him for so long began to fill with a warmth that had nothing to do with the fire they would share. Together, they moved as one. They hunted with a coordinated grace that he could never achieve alone. A massive elk, a beast he would never have dared to face by himself, fell to their combined strength. The feast that followed was more than just food. It was a celebration of unity, a testament to their collective power. They shared the meal, their breaths misting in the cold air, their bodies close. He was no longer a lone wolf. He was part of something bigger, and in that, he was stronger than ever. The howl they raised to the moon that night was not one of loneliness, but a chorus of belonging, a song of survival, a promise of life shared and lived to the fullest. This story teaches us a couple of wonderful English phrases. The first is strength in numbers. It's a powerful idiom that means a group of people has more power and is more likely to succeed than an individual working alone. Just like the wolves, when we unite, we become formidable. We find strength in numbers when we collaborate on a project, support each other through tough times, or stand together for a cause we believe in. The second phrase is lone wolf. This describes a person who prefers to do things on their own, someone who enjoys solitude and is highly independent. While there's a certain romantic appeal to the idea of a lone wolf, our story reminds us that even the most independent among us sometimes need support. Are you more of a lone wolf, or do you find your power in the pack? So, remember the lesson from our wolf's journey. Even lone wolves need the pack. We are all connected, and our true strength is often found not in isolation, but in the community we build and the bonds we share. Learning English just like surviving a harsh winter, is a journey best taken together. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you enjoyed it and want to learn more English in a fun and meaningful way, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to us. See you in the next video.